Smile, smile, smile. If you're a golfophile,
Hey everybody, I'm Patrick. This is Golfophile, and I'm going to show you what I got in my bag, just to kind of give you an idea so I'm prepared. Remember, I'm in Victoria, Canada, so we never know when it's going to rain up here. So we always have to make sure we carry something for the rain. I always have my umbrella with me. Okay, it's right over here. And I have a big bag cart too. I have a huge, here's my umbrella. It's got a nice little place for it. And then this is my bag that will have, this is my little pocket. And these pockets are lined. Usually you'll have a couple on a cart. And this is a cart bag, but they'll be lined with like something soft material, like kind of like a fleece. But this is where my teas, my markers, everything I need to put in my pocket before I play. You know, my markers, my teas. And a lot of times my last golf ball, the last golf ball I played with will be in there. And every once in a while, you know, with all these teas, see these teas, I end up getting all these teas. I find so many more than I ever lose. In fact, I have to keep on going in there and weeding out teas because I usually have a lot of broken teas. Way too many broken teas. See, if you look down here, here's what I got in there. Okay, I've got my little Divet fixer. I've got this is my tea that I use every tea until I lose it. I'll have this tea. And then I usually I want to make sure I got my marker in my pocket. And then of course, this is what I start the game with the balls. So then I'll have a ball. This is what will go in my pocket. And I'll put a little tea in there. And that pretty much, and then I'll put kind of a mid-sized tea for my 3-iron. And that's all that goes in my pocket. This other stuff can go. Well, look at all the garbage I got in there after collecting teas. I don't use these are all teas that I find and I just pick up and I throw in my bag, and pretty soon I have a mess of teas. And then that'll lead into my next show, which will be these are sleeves. These protect my arms. You know, I wear shorts. I wear like a shirt like this. These are actually backwards. So, and I've got a few different pairs of these different colored ones. And I put these on for protecting my arms from sun. And I'll put these on.
How about that? It's less toxic than suntan lotion.
Which I have with me too, but I try not to use if I don't have to, because I usually use a big brim hat. And anyway, so then I got these. But here's my ball bag. Let me tell you something about my ball bag. Ball bag. So listen, this one's dirty right now, pretty dirty, but this is my shot glass.
Birdie juice?
Yeah, this is for birdie juice. And you know, I don't have any on board right now and I need to get some, but birdie juice is when it's popular here. I don't know if it's all of Canada. We didn't really do this when I lived in the States, but in Canada, when somebody sinks a birdie, a polite thing to do would be to pour everybody a shot of birdie. They do it right up. They do some things right up here. And if you take a look at my bag, oh, here's some black ones. I wondered where those went. And these are black ones. Maybe this is just one. Maybe I have lost
sleeves.
Another sleeve that's black. And what else I got in here? Just basically balls, a lighter for that occasional cigar, or whatever else might be legal in Canada. Hey, check this out. Now here's another thing I got. Now here's one of my miscellaneous teas. I'll fill this with teas, but as you can see, I got some markers here, some extra markers in here. I got extra teas. There's always somebody that needs a marker. You throw them off a marker.
Usually me.
And then there's some spare money in there. Not a lot, but some spare change.
Yeah, cash is always useful.
Yeah, and like right now, since I'm doing this, let me throw a bunch of these back in this bag, so I'll have them.
Yeah, it's kind of good to kind of go through your bag once in a while, right? Just to
yeah, because now I'm kind of cleaning it up. In fact, so I'm cleaning up a little bit, which this is a quarter, I think. So this is another marker here. And let me show you what else is in my bag. Okay, so. All right, so I got my balls, and here's another thing about the balls, okay? This is another thing I do with the balls. I'm not a chump out there with a marking pen marking my balls as we go. I know some of you guys just put your initials on the ball and it's no big deal. I like some nice lines on my ball. So I pre-make those at home, and I put them on any ball I find that's good quality that I'm gonna play with. I do buy Kirkland balls. I like to play with a soft ball, but you know, to be quite honest,
so you use those lines partly to line up your shots, but also to identify them, right?
That's correct. They're easy to look at that. Look how easy it is. It's almost like the Callaway ones that they have that are blue. What are they? Blue and red. stripes on the Callaway balls. It's the same kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of your unique stamp.
I can walk up to my ball and I can find. Anyways, I'm not sitting out there doing this, you know, before I play. I've got a whole look. I've just got a whole bag full of them, and I do them. And then when I don't have enough of them, I take them out because you can see the ones I found. Like I still, like these I have found, or like this one right here I found. And
haven't marked it up yet.
yeah, it may not even be a good enough ball to do. Yeah, you see some of these balls that I found. So anyways, so I haven't marked it up yet. And then of course, I will have a. Here's my cooler bag. Here's my bag for my food. And my beer, my soda. And what do I have in here now? I think I have a water in here and a banana. Just sitting.
Oh boy, okay. So
I'll take that banana out. It looks still edible.
it looks like it's
It looks
okay.
still edible. And then in the bottom bag, oh, we got all kinds of stuff down here. I really do. This is a cart bag, and I do have a trolley for it. Oh, here's my other set of sleeves. So I got 3 sets of sleeves. And what else I don't even know what I got. Oh, an extra towel. I use this if it's raining. If it's raining, I can clip this to my belt buckle, and that way I can wipe off the ball every time, you know. So I have that down in there. And I just some extra gloves, and of course, if you don't have any rain gloves, these are rain gloves. So when it's raining, I use these gloves. But I rarely play in rain where I have to use these. But once in a while, when I'm out there, you got to have what you got to have. And then here's my glasses. I have a pair of sunglasses as well that look exactly like these, except they're sunglasses. So
Yeah, it's always handy to have an extra pair in your bag.
it is. And this is my cigar clip. I can clip that to anything, and the cigar kind of goes right in there. See,
There
so it's a
you
cigar
go.
clip.
How handy is that?
Yeah, and oh, here's my other sleeve that I thought I lost. I'm glad I see that. Yeah, it's nice to go through your bag every once in a while and see what you have. So I've got extra gloves. I also hang gloves up here. They stay dry. Wow, I got a lot of stuff in this bag. Oh, and look, check this out. This is another must for your bag if you don't have one. Would be one of these cleaners. Okay, you see this? You take the club. You wet the towel. Okay, you get the towel nice and wet. I have a towel hanging on the other side here, but you get the towel nice and wet, and you wet that, and then you take the steel, and you get the grooves really good. Get the grooves really good and clean them out real good. See here? It's just steel on one side, and it cleans all the grooves. So if you're wondering why your ball isn't sticking to the green and it's always rolling through the green, it's because you got to clean your grooves, dude. You got to clean the grooves. That's what stops the ball. If you hit the ball right, you'll get some backspin and it'll check your ball on the green. All right, and so you should have one of these. You should keep your clubs clean. Shame on you if you don't clean your clubs after each shot. I see you guys with these nice, all expensive clubs that look like a 13-year-old owns them.
They look like I own them.
They just have never been. I don't even understand it. You have all this. Anyways, have a little pride. Have a little pride. And here's just a nice little. I got this at Costco, and this is just a nice cheap. It's cheap, but it works as good as any.
It's a rangefinder?
It's a rangefinder, and this is pretty necessary too. In fact, it's so necessary that people that don't have them are always asking me to give them the range. Oh, please, buy your own, for Christ's sake. Stop asking me, okay? And then I got some bigger bags where I throw some on each side, and this is like just an extra pullover. It's very light, and
it's a layer.
It is summertime, so I geared this. I put different things in here, being summer or winter. You'll see a lot more jackets. Although I do have, look, I have another jacket in here as well. I didn't even know that was in here.
You need a lot of layers up here in Victoria because there's just very unpredictable.
It's not even that. This time of year, I'm not using any of these layers. To be honest, I'm really not. Oh, coffee cup. Have you been missing this?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I have a coffee cup in there, but so. These are for like if I just catch some cold wind and something happens, man. Weather can change here quickly. Generally it doesn't. I don't have to worry about it. Let's look at the other side. So what do we got on this side? Usually I put my water bottle over here. So there's my water bottle. You got to have water when you're out there, okay? And I get a nice big bottle. And of course my cover for my putter that I never even use. I never use it. Oh, and then something else, another article of clothing. I won't unfold it. But this is a raincoat, and it even has a hood on it. So even during the summer, I'm carrying a raincoat up here.
You're darn tootin'.
Yeah, but I've been caught in some rain in the middle of July when it wasn't supposed to rain that day, and it was sunnier than heck. So I've learned my lesson to always be prepared for rain up here. And then in this pocket, and this is the pocket on the other. Forget about this. Is just a brush I found. But in this pocket over here, as you see, I've got my medicine. Okay, this is my skin, you know, for my skin. What do you call it? Sunscreen.
Sunscreen.
Yeah, it's sunscreen stuff. Make sure and have that out there. And this is for pills.
Pain pills, yeah.
These are pain pills. Ibuprofen, I think, is what's in here. And you know what? That's all that's in this one. It's just like my medicine
You
stuff.
know, and another good thing to have in there, if we can remember, is to put some Bandaids and stuff in there.
Yes, and you never know when you need one, but when you do and you don't have it, you'll know soon enough. Hey, we want to before we finish up, you want to see what clubs I got in my bag?
Yeah.
All right, let me show you what clubs I got in my bag.
Those are like the #1 ingredient, right?
Well, it's they are in my bag, and I'll tell you what clubs I like and which clubs I don't. Look at here. I've got an old, and all my clubs are fairly old at this point. I've got the old Cobra AMP driver, speed tuned, still using it. And then I got some crappy, and these need to get replaced, but I've got some crappy hybrids, a 2 and a 3 hybrid. They're Nikes. I hate them, but I've had them for years and years and years.
Didn't you just get them regripped?
I got them regripped, but I really still need to get some new ones. I don't like them. In fact, I think I want irons. And then I'm using the Ping G20s, which I like. They really do a nice job. And I've got some miscellaneous clubs I probably found or stole. I don't know. This is a 56, a sand wedge.
We don't steal anything.
No,
over
in fact,
here
my
for
56,
golf.
my 56 sand wedge. I had a sand wedge, a Ping sand wedge, and it did get stolen. I literally went back to the hole I left it on, maybe 2 or 3 holes back, and
Is that in Victoria?
no, this was in California.
See, we don't
Sacramento.
steal things up here in Victoria.
Yeah, and that's it. Hey, you've seen what's in my bag. I think if you don't get anything,
It's a pretty good example. You got almost every single thing. You don't have lipstick and pantyhose in there, but got I think almost everything on the
well, I
list.
can tell you one thing. I'm prepared when I go out, and I think that's what we're talking about. Have everything you need in your bag, and be as prepared as you can. That way, when you are taking off late for golf, like I know you do, I know you do. We all do. We all take off late for golf. That way, you don't have to worry. Did I put this in the bag? Did I have that in the bag? Have your bag preloaded so you can just pick it up, put it in the truck, car, and you're there. And don't forget anything. Have your golf shoes next to your bag or in your bag if possible, and that way you don't end up at the golf course without shoes or without balls. So anyways, come on, I'm out.